The Psychology of Racist Words, How the Dictionary Promotes Conflict and Violence Against Blacks. That's the name of this presentation here, and I'm so happy that you all could join us. When examined, racist words in the dictionary have a negative psychological impact, at the very least on a subliminal level. African Americans and other persons of African descent in the diaspora are associated with animals in the dictionary. Their blood has been measured in fractions. In the not-too-distant past, these measurements were used to enact restrictive legislation against them, such as miscegenation laws. Moreover, blacks being viewed as animals in the dictionary has stirred controversy and conflict in academia and society at large, and law enforcement has not hesitated to use violence and even deadly force unjustifiably. The 1619 Project, Critical Race Theory and the Dictionary. The 1619 Project aims to reframe the country's history by placing the consequences of slavery and the contribution of Black Americans at the very center of the United States national narrative. Webster's dictionary is a consequence of slavery. While initially being vehemently against slavery, Noah Webster ultimately wrote that the preachers of abolitionism deserve the penitentiary. Critical race theorists believe that racism is an everyday experience for most people of color, and that a large part of society has no interest in doing away with it because it benefits white elites. Many also believe that American institutions are racist and that people are privileged or oppressed because of their race. America's educational institutions promote a racist dictionary. What are the four types of racism? We have infrastructural racism. Look at the photo to the left. This is the foundational structure of the building. Structural racism, the building or structure itself. Systemic racism, the heating, air conditioning, and plumbing systems of the structure. And then institutional racism, the individual rooms of the building structure. What are some examples of racist dictionary definitions? The first is a rather interesting one, calipigia, having shapely buttocks. This is what the Greeks thought of white women. They did not think this of Black women. They had a different word for them, steatopagia, and an excessive development of fat on the buttocks. That was the difference. So you see the racism right there, and these dictionary, mythological almost, the definitions. Gets worse though. Gorilla, here's the etymological significance of the word according to Webster's. Believed to be the name of an alleged African tribe of hairy women, if you can believe that. Incredible. What about biracial children? They're called mulatto if they're half black and half white. Well, that's because black blood is introduced into the white body, so the result is an animal, a mule, and that's where we get the word mulatto from. And you can see the rest of the bullet points there where there's fractionalization of black blood. The police mindset, blacks are urban animals, so that's how they should be treated. And what about racist words that promote conflict and violence against animalistic blacks? And of course, these are the perpetrators of which are not police officers. It's just how they're viewed. Letting the lie live, instead of resisting the apparently irrepressible urge to inject anti-Black Greek mythology into definitions, the dictionary, for the most part, voices its tacit or unspoken approval of these distorted definitions. By remaining silent, they not only let the lie live, but they also give it credibility. America has embraced ancient Greece as the cradle of Western civilization, and in the process have gulped down its poisonous racist words that infect our educational institutions and the rest of the body politic. Granted, I have seen small steps toward a literary revolution sparked by the publishing of my book, Wicked Words, Poisoned Minds, Racism in the Dictionary, 1997, when it comes to dictionary definitions and Black people. However, we have a long way to go.